Are we?
Yes, yeah, yep.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott Sundberg at Fitness Finders. Most of you have either gotten an email from me or we've spoken on the phone or what have you. But of course, I do sales and service here at Fitness Finders for EasyScan.
And I'm Joey. Also work here at Fitness Finders, specifically EasyScan. So through the activation process, any questions you get, just keep me in mind.
That's great. Yep, he's the guy. The guy. Real quick, EasyScan will save you time and money and get you the information that you need for your class, your parents, your principal and administration, and just to keep your guys just running and running. Last year we did how many miles?
5 million.
5 million, and this year we're going to do
7
million miles. And the last figure I saw you had, they're well on their way.
5 about?
Yeah. So this school year, by the end of the school year, June, 7 million miles will have been logged on EasyScan, partly due to you guys helping us.
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. You bought EasyScan, now what?
All right, so we're going to go ahead and share our screen with you. And get you over here. So the first thing that you will see when you purchase EasyScan is you're going to get an activation code sent to you with a link. So you're going to want to go ahead and copy that code. And if you scroll down, you'll see there's some attachments there, how to use EasyScan, how to set up new accounts, all that good stuff. So go ahead and click into here, follow our link, paste that in. And give ourselves a password. And go ahead and click activate. All right.
You're in. Once you see the terms of service, just read them, or let's be honest, not. And click the continue. And there you are. The first thing you're going to see is your school info. Now, there's some things in here that always seem to hold people up. They go, number of enrolled students. I don't know how many students I have. Don't worry about it. Put a number in there now. The cool thing with EasyTally, that's the online database part of EasyScan. The cool thing about it is that you can go back later and edit anything you want. It's highly editable. So say, we put in 50 students right now. Maybe you've got 50, maybe you've got 450. You can put whatever number you want in there, okay?
You can go back and change it if you want to.
There you go, just like that. Those previous buttons are really good. See that, how Joe used that? That'll help you get back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Next part is add program.
All right, so just go ahead and hit the add program button. If you want to give them an example of what a program would be.
Okay, a program is the activity or period of time that you're going to be measuring, that you're going to be scanning at. So for example, perhaps you have a mileage club at school that you'll be using. So you can put in mileage club. This one, for example, we've got spring. So you have a morning run, an afternoon run, girls on the run, your PE classes, Mrs. Jones's class, whatever you want to put it in. We do recommend once you put that class in there that you pick a start date that's either today or the day or yesterday so that it starts running right away. And then give yourself a little time at the end. If your school gets out on, say, June 15th, I would run your program through, say, June 17th or 18th. Just give yourself a little cushion on the end. It's not going to hurt anything. And as you can see, click, 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 and they're in. Put your names in, add them, and you are swinging. Remember, you can have as many programs as you want. So like I said, if you have all those different programs, you can use them all in EasyScan. It's unlimited. Okay, and there you go. Once you got your program set up, let's go on to courses. Hit the next button. And courses are, of course, the track that you're going to run on, wherever you're going to be running, walking, etc. So perhaps you're outside, you have a track outside that you want to run on, you can put that in. Go ahead and let's add the outside track, Joey.
All right.
Now here's where some people get hung up. Don't worry about this too much just yet. But number of laps per mile. If you don't know exactly, don't worry about it. Just put in a guess. And then from there, once you get the information, you can go back and fix that. And again, you can have unlimited courses. There as many as you like. So here, one we're going to put in inside gym. Now, you're going to look down below and you're going to say, what is a scan delay? Scan delay is the time that it takes for kids to be able to rescan their card. And we'll show you that later when we do some scanning. So for example, I'm running along, I scan my card. You set it for a certain amount of seconds. I can't turn right around and scan it right away and get extra laps. Now Joey comes right behind me. Joey will be able to scan right away, but I can't scan right away. And then again, neither will he. It just keeps kids honest or from making mistakes.
Yeah.
It's very simple.
I did want to point out one thing real quick. So when we added our programs, you'll see up in this teal box at the top, that's where they're being listed at. So as you're adding things, especially your classes and students, those are going to be specific to the program you're in. The courses will apply to all of the programs, but just so you're aware, that was an action that was taken when you added that program. It got added in the teal box up here, and you can filter between them.
There you go. Oh, another thing, since we're right here and you can see it real big, see where it says courses and there's that question mark there? All throughout the program, when you see a question mark like that, click on it and it's going to take you to an FAQ, show you some video, answer whatever questions you might have about that. It's just part of our support.
You can even type in other ones there. Yeah, get you a full catalog of FAQs. And then you'll also notice down here in the bottom right corner, the live chat function. You can type right in there, ask a question, and that'll go right to our tech team who's here Monday through Friday Eastern time, about 8 a.m. till about 5 p.m.
And that, of course, the support, your full support, it's always free for your whole subscription. For your whole 12 months, you never have to pay for support. So literally, if you called us, chatted with us every day, you're never going to get charged for that. Not like Microsoft or somebody. We are always here for you that whole 12 months. If we don't happen to be in, there's always an FAQ available for you. Okay? And you can send us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible when we're in the next day.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on. We've done courses. Now let's do classes and students. Hit the next button. And why don't you show us how to do this?
All right, so like I said, this is going to be specific to the program you're in. If you're adding more than one at this time, we're going to stay in Mileage Club. And you're just going to go ahead and add a class. Go ahead and give it a name. And let me see what my class names are. So I've got a roster here that I was sent. First grade, Mr. Smith. So let's go ahead and name it. For the teacher, go ahead and put none for now. And first grade, create class. You see the arrow next to his class name. Hit that. And this is where things get very easy. Go ahead and hit this copy, paste students button. Just go back to your roster that you were sent or have access to. Paste them in and hit next. And there they go, format and everything.
There they are. Now you'll notice there were male, female, or NA available next to it. You don't have to choose any of those if you don't want to.
Correct.
Okay.
And let's say you forgot to add one got missed or comes in later. Just go ahead and hit this arrow next to their name, scroll down, and you can just type it right in if you need to. And there you go.
Just like that. Very simple. It's all copy and paste. Get that list from your school's office, whoever's going to get you that list, and just in they go. You don't have to type individual names. It's really pretty slick.
We'll just do one more for you just to show you. Yes. All right, and we'll just copy, paste them in, hit next, and there you go. And like Scott said, don't worry about the genders if you're not too concerned about those right now. All right.
Okay, hit next. Oops.
There we go. Well, seems like we're going to get stuck there, but that's all right. We'll just go to class sheet.
That's just a little, must be a glitch on this one today. Okay. So once we're here, want to go to class sheet first, or should we go to Edit My School?
Yeah, let's go to edit my school. If that
Okay.
works.
Up at the top there, you'll see Edit My School. Click on that. You'll see a bunch of boxes pop up. You have Edit School. That's where you can go in, change whatever you need about your school. Awards is the next one. Now, of course, at Fitness Finders, we are all about awards from our toe tokens, our catalog. We were founded, actually, our founders started the original Mileage Club back in the late 60s. And about the mid 80s, they decided that, we need to be pushing some awards more. It helps motivate kids. Our founders were part of this, what's called the theory of the token economy. They're a couple of college professors. And what that states is that people will work just as hard, if not harder, for a token that they can show to others as they will for a paycheck. And of course, this works fantastic with school kids. So we developed our toe tokens, and we have a whole line of other tokens as well. And kids will just do all kinds of things for them. They work very, very hard. Now, you don't have to use our tokens. Let's be honest. We'd like you to, but you don't have to. But an important part of any running program is to make sure that you are rewarding your students, rewarding your children, so that it keeps them motivated, keeps them involved, keeps them running. And that will help them build positive influences, positive hobbies. What, not hobby?
Yeah.
I'm blanking. Anyway,
But-
so in this section, you can add what kind of awards you want to give to them. So let's add a couple of awards.
All right, we'll go back to sharing our screen here. And like we said, we love toe tokens, so we're gonna add a few toe tokens in here. We'll do blue.
My favorite color.
Do a green. Oop. All right, and then let's do a high 5 token. We'll start
All right.
with those 3.
Okay, so see, that's how simple it is to add an award. So whatever award you're going to give them, you can put it in there. And then the next thing, award levels, will help you give those to your kids. So you're going to add an award level. Let's start off with, what do you say? They get something when they first start?
Yeah, let's do
Sure.
1 mile.
Sure, at 1 mile, they earn, how about a blue toe token? Put that
Way
in.
to start.
There it is. Save that one. Add an award level. 2 miles, they'll get their green toe token. At 3 miles, and you can add whatever miles, however far you want them to have, they'll get their high 5. Now check this out. At 5 miles, they are going to get a certificate. Now, with EasyScan, you have unlimited printing of black and white certificates. They're built into the program. They'll have the kid's name on it, their mileage, whatever you want to put on it, but you can print out as many black and white certificates as you want. We do sell color certificates if you want that, but if you want to run off black and white certificates, they're there. Customize them, give them out to your kids. They will love it, and they'll keep them active and motivated in your program.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Got those added in.
Let's go to classes. This is where we were at before. Same sort of thing. If you have new classes, other classes you want to change in, add in, that's where you're going to do it. Courses, same thing. That's what we did before. Those are the tracks, etc. that you're working on. Devices. These are going to be what you're going to scan with, whether it's an iPhone, iPad, an Android tablet, or an Android phone. There's so many Android phones, you can't just say a model.
Yeah.
Samsung, or what do you have? You have a Google phone? Or
Yeah.
yeah, whatever you're using, that's where you're going to have it. When you sign up with your device, when you first sign in, we'll walk you through this later, there's a thing you should do, and that is to name the device. Otherwise, it's going to have a serial number on there, and I don't know about you, but I don't remember my serial number for my iPad or my phone or any of that. I just put in Scott's iPad on the app, and it'll show up in here. Okay.
Yeah.
It'll also show you this. Will show you when you last synced and what version of the app you have.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Programs. We know what programs are. There's the times that we're running before and after school. And here we go. QR codes. Everybody wants to know, how do I get QR cards? It's very simple. With EasyScan, You can self-print as many cards as you want. For example, I always pick on Joey. Joey likes to eat his, so every third day we have to reprint one for him. It's simple to do. You can do that here. I tend to lose mine. I walk down the hallway and I get to the end of the hall and it's gone. I can always have one reprinted. And that's how they print out.
Just follow
Very
the
simple.
prompts and print who you want to. As you can see, you can even do individuals.
Yep. And again, you can print as many of these as you want by yourself. Now we do offer our hard cards, and we'll show you those when we do some scanning after a bit. They're a hard plastic card, just like an ID card that you may or may not have at your school. We do offer the opportunity for you to purchase those from us. And Joey is the guy who takes care of setting that all up for you if you decide you want to go that way. They're fairly inexpensive too, right?
Yeah, about 40 cents a piece.
Yeah, it's not too bad. And those cards will last a long time. If you have a pre-K or kindergartner who starts and is going to go through 5th grade, they can use that same card all the way through school. Okay, so we found our QR cards. Let's go into teams. This is something that's a little, some people go, what is a team? You want to explain it?
Yeah, so this is just how you can group up and get the stats for specific groups of students that you want to. So if you have students from multiple classes that you want to pull into one grouping to get stats for just them, that's what you'll be able to do here. So we'll go ahead and add team, and we'll call this the fitness team. And I'll just set myself as the teacher. That can be flexible. And then you just add students, and it'll ask you which class you want to pull them from. So I can pull, a few from Mrs. Smith, Mr. Smith over there, a few from Mrs. Orozco, move them over, and hit save.
And there's your team.
Now I've got a team, and if I wanted to, I go to class sheet, team, and there they are broken down, just that group of students.
Very cool.
All right.
And finally, this is a very important tab, the users tab. Now, as the main administrator, you're going to be on there first with your email, your level of access, which will be full access. That means that you can do all the editing, everything in EasyScan. Okay?
Right.
You can see where it says that level of access. That's what we're talking about. There are different levels because you don't want to have everybody having full access. So let's start a new user account. And users are typically your teachers or maybe your administration, whoever wants to also use this. So we'll put somebody in there. We'll put their email in. And then we'll choose their level of access. So full access, like I said, that's what you have. You can scan, you can edit, you can change anything inside here. Scan, view, and edit is what you might give to a teacher who has a class they're using, because what that allows them to do, they can scan, view, and edit just their class. It's not going to allow them to go into another class and edit. It won't allow it. It's just their class only. Scan and view, that's also usually for teachers. That's what it says. They can just scan and they can view. Now the last one is called scan only. And that's often used with a parent volunteer or someone who is what we call a shared user. We'll talk about that in a minute. But scan only allows them to scan. It doesn't allow them to get in and see any other data. It's a kind of a privacy function, and we'll just keep things on the up and up. You don't have to worry about someone going in and seeing how their child is matching up against somebody else. And just, like I said, it's a privacy thing. So you give them that scan only, and they're good to go. This shared user account. I'm gonna put one more in there.
Yeah, let's get one more, just real quick.
Sure.
All right. Oop. There we go.
There we go. All right, now the shared user account is the account that you might want to give to parent volunteers or whoever you want, because as you probably already know, you can have unlimited numbers of people scanning. So if you've got 500 parents that show up and want to scan, and they all have the program on the app on their phone, they can all scan for you. What it does is you'll see, it'll say shared user. It gives a dummy email. It gives the level of access is scan only. And what you do is you create the password, and then whoever wants to scan for your particular program for your school, you can give them that email and that password, and they'll be able to scan. But again, they're not going to see anything. They're not going to be able to do anything other than scan. And it's just one of those things. Again, it's a privacy thing. And for those of you who don't know, if you have this question, we have met or exceeded every privacy question policy that's ever been put before us. We are very much into that. For example, if you happen to drop your card and somebody else found it and had a QR card reader, all it would come up, there's no data. All that's on that, all the QR card will show them is a random series of numbers and letters. You don't have to worry about any kids losing any data with their card. Okay, so now we're all set up and you're ready to scan.
Let's show them one last thing here.
Sure.
So you saw that I have a Mrs. Orozco, Mr. Smith here, but I never actually assigned them to their proper classes. So now that you've added them as a user, now go to class, click that, click edit class info, and now you can go ahead and assign them to their proper class.
Yeah, then they can actually scan their class.
And that will get them access and be able to view everything.
There you go.
All right, so now we're good there, and we're gonna go ahead and show you some scanning.
Sure, get this up and running here.
So we're going to share our iPad. There we go. Should be able to see.
All right, there we are.
Screen now.
There is our iPad. You see start session, time session, sync now. Sync now is going to be your best friend. What Sync Now does is it takes the information that's both in the online database and bring it into the device, and also send the information that's in the device back to your database. So for example, if you've added new kids or new, just made some changes in your database, you're gonna wanna go sync now before you start scanning. Always sync like that whenever you make a change, because then all that will be in. If you add a new kid and you haven't synced, they're gonna be able to scan, but their name's not going to be associated with that information. So always sync whenever you add a new kid.
And that'll be anything small as their mileage, because you can edit mileage, you can manually enter mileage. It doesn't have to be scanned. So even if you change that, you want them to notice, you'll want to sync.
We'll show you that in a little bit here. All right, so we're all synced. So let's go into settings. First off, like we said, device name, you can see it on there. You can change that device name if you want. I'm not going to do that, obviously. You can manage installed themes. These are our little motivational themes that we have in here. You have just a plain beep, we have catchphrases, a coach, a pirate, is our favorite one. Surfer, there's also none if you don't want to do that, but you can download those and turn them on. Orientation, that's as how you want it. How do you want to turn it? A landscape, portrait, however you want it, up and down, sideways, however you want. You can do that. Choose your camera, front camera, back camera. Then we've got our program. You don't have to choose a program here if you've got more than one, so you don't have to do that one. Support options. If we ever ask you to send data or send logs, those are those two buttons down there. All right, we've done what we're going to do, so let's go back to home. And now we are ready to start scanning. So what we'll do is we're going to hit start session. Let's choose, which one you want to choose?
Let's stay on fall 2018.
Fall 2018. Yeah, we're a year behind. So we'll hit continue. Then we're going to choose our track. So you see we have Indy, Fitness Finders, Inside Gym. We're going to stick with Indy for today. There it is. Start scanning. Let me set this up for us. Thank you. Ready? We're going to hit start scanning, and we will be ready to go. Look at, there it is. First kid comes running by. Yep, you can see us. First kid comes running by. Oops, I don't have the sound turned on.
1.
Oh, there we
There it
go.
is.
Keep walking the track, or you'll be walking the plank. 1. You're 1. He be leaving the scurvy bildrats behind. 1. 2. 1. Show this old 2.
Oh,
Shiver me
that's pretty
timbers. 2. Blow me down, ye still be 1. 2. Show this scurvy
Alright.
dog what you got.
So just to show you what's going on the screen, their lap count in that middle column, that is their laps for just this session. Distance, that is their total distance that they've accumulated over all of the sessions.
Mhm.
So it'll keep that running there for you. And each time that they go by, it'll just keep adding up.
Yo ho ho.
And you'll
Look
see,
at your
I can
green.
scan this one
No
upside
need to
down and then
parley. Just keep going.
scan it again. And you're noticing the scan delay isn't coming up. And that's because we've got it
Let's
set so
go, you
low. So we
scalawag.
can do this for example for you.
Now the kids will get really used to how to scan this. I mean, they pick it up super quick. They will just decide where it is. If you want to, you can always put a mark on the ground or something so they know roughly where to stand. But once they get used to holding it where they need to hold their card, they get real close, and it's super quick for them to scan.
Yeah, you can see
Green.
upside down
Looking
even and
good,
still
matey.
reading.
Oh yeah, doesn't the orientation of the card does not matter. It just reads it. Okay, let's done. So let's stop scanning. Are you sure? Yes. And what do I want to do? I want to sync now. That's going to sync, and it's going to move all that information into our database.
While that's syncing, we'll go ahead and log into the account so we can see what progress we made.
Mhm. And those, by the way, those were our hard cards. You got to see them. Nice hard plastic card. Kind of hard to destroy.
All right, so it just finished syncing on the iPad. And remember, you want to make sure you go to the program that you were scanning in.
Yep, all 2018.
Know the class that you were using. And I'm just going to sort these by alphabetical so we can get to them quick. And
Yep.
I know one of the ones I did was Ant-Man here.
Let's check and
flip
see.
this log.
There he is,
There we
February
go.
6th.
That is awesome. Shows the course that they went on. We did mention you can manually edit these if you need to. You can add laps. So it's not all relying on the scanning. If you ever have to go in there and manually add or delete, you can do that.
Yeah, say one of your students forgets the card, they don't have a card and they're out there, you can always manually enter their laps that they run later on.
Right. Let's see another one.
So Captain Marvel.
Yep, there it
This one,
is.
yeah,
Captain Marvel.
she's got it.
There we go.
There you go.
Another quick way, if you want to see, just click right here, participation. Now you've got a tow token next to all of the people that participated, and it's going to tally it up there for you as well. So if
Yep.
you need to say, well, 7 out of 10 of you participated, and report that to whoever you need to, you've got the numbers right there.
Sure can. Hey, let's look at the next tab, that awards tab. There it is. Those are those awards that you had. It'll show you when those people have earned the award.
Yep,
You see, we've got a lot of other awards in there. You can just click it off from there.
you can mark them if you know that you've given them off.
Yep.
Go ahead and mark them there.
There you go.
And the whole block will turn purple once 1 mile's all taken care of.
Mhm.
Click on their trophy icon. That'll show you can print out their certificates there, mark off awards there as well.
You can see in a lot of these, we have 2 awards for the 1 mile, they get 2 awards. I think it's a 10 mile, they get 1 award. It's just the way we set it up. So it'll be the number, if you put, 4, 5, 6, 7 different awards they get for 1 level, all those little squares will be there for them to click, for you to click and show that they got it.
And you can unmark them as well.
You sure can.
just in
And
case.
down at the bottom on that on the side, there's print.
Yep.
That's where you get into printing your awards list, your certificates, all that fun stuff.
You can even do a current mileage certificate. So if you just want to print out a certificate saying where they ended this day, you can do that as well. That's
Yep.
pretty handy for a lot of people.
Yep. Keeps them going. Say they're going to go home for a break or something, and they want to have, or just, special, they made a special level, you can give it to those kids, take home, their parents will love you for it.
Next, let's go to stats.
Yeah, this is the one everybody likes to know all about. This is kind of your baby here.
Yeah, so I'll just show you everything on this front page you can click into, and you can adjust the dates. Like on the participation here, I would need to adjust those to get the graph working. So there you go, just change the dates. All of that's workable for you. You can print it, change between grade, class, team, the whole school. This is pretty neat, the leaderboards. So you can break it down by the top 10 in the whole school, top 25, 100. You can break it down by the classes that are in the lead, the teams that are in the lead. That's pretty neat. A lot of people like to post those out in front to keep all the students and teachers informed on their bulletin boards. And then lastly, view reports. This is going to be very helpful. So we want to see what we did today. We can do that, no problem. Superheroes, we'll do today. Make sure we got the right program, get report. And here you go.
There it is in report form.
Tallies it up as a PDF. And then if you want it in a spreadsheet, which these are new for us just recently, we'll do today as well. Oh, and I don't think we're gonna have the proper software to open this, so we're not gonna do that, but it would open it for you.
It would open it in an Excel style spreadsheet.
So,
okay, and there are lots of different things that you can print out reports for. Let's group averages. You can see them all there. Just go in and play around. That's the nice thing about this. You're not going to damage anything. Just go in and spend some time playing around. Okay.
yeah.
Well, I think that covers everything in a nutshell. Let's open up and take some questions. Okay.
All right.